I think instead I'm gonna cut the snapper up, do a couple fillets, and do pesto, and barbecue this salmon, or barbecue the or
You don't know your
snapper.
fish.
Snapper.
It's a
Snapper. I don't
snapper.
know why I've been saying.
So we've been harvesting olives, but on the property that we've been harvesting these olive trees also has pine trees that produce pine nuts, and harvest the pine nuts out of them and make a pesto. You can kind of see them in there, that little area.
Your next food video?
Next food video.
Yeah.
There is the pine nut husk. Into that, and the pine seed is going to be inside of it. I'm going to make the pesto with.
So I got my pine cones in the bag. I'm gonna shake them in here and try to get those pine nuts out. I think it'll probably be the easiest way to get them out. They just fall. And then after this, I'll see how many I've got at the bottom. So already I've gotten quite a bit just out of these. You can kind of see them in there. Super difficult to get out. A little sneaky guy right there. It definitely puts in perspective why pine nuts are so expensive. Try this guy. Oh, that one's still super green. So definitely have to dry them out. So I've been breaking into these bad boys and they've been kind of difficult. Tried using pliers, but they were just breaking the nut inside. As you can see, there's a couple broken ones in there. So I've just been putting them in this cloth right here and then lightly tapping them like this and breaking them. Let's see, I got a couple. Perfect. Labor intensive, but it'll be worth it. I'll probably beef it up with another nut when I do my pesto just to add a little bit of an extra oomph or nuttiness to it. Trying to break open the hard shells was difficult because I squished the pine nut itself. Doing a half cup of basil, cloves of chard, garlic, 1/3 a cup of nuts. I didn't have 100% 1/3 cup of pine nuts, so I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of walnuts. 1/4 cup of olive oil, just a dash of water, maybe like 1/8 of a cup, maybe a little less, and salt, pepper, chili powder to taste. Give this a try. Just see if it needs any addition. Oh, I totally forgot like one of the most important ingredients. Wow, it was a dummy. I need to put in about half a lemon. So I have the final product here. Made it super nutty because I think that'll go super well with the snapper. So I ran into my buddy Matt at the grocery store and he just got done fishing and he actually caught a few snapper. Cut a couple fillets from the snapper, barbecue them, and then do a pesto topping on it. I'm gonna fillet this bad boy up. So I'm gonna do a little incision here. This is like
A big glob of blood.
That's fine. Alright, I had to take it in because I was shaking the table. I was going to cut my hand off. Oh, thanks for filming this, Nicole.
It's smelly and it's sad.
Smelly and sad, but it's going to taste delicious. So I just finished filleting that snapper. I got a couple small fillets. Not having filleting a fish in a minute, so they look pretty nice. So there is my pesto on the 2 snapper fillets. I'm going to put a little tinfoil over it and barbecue it. So it almost acts like a Dutch oven and steams it and then also cooks it. So it's still going to get that smokiness, but then it's going to cook in all the juices and oils from the pesto, which will be super yummy. See how this thing looks. Ooh, sounds be cooking in there. Oh, dang, that looks so good. I think these bad boys are ready. Dang, that looks super tasty. That looks delicious. Finished product. I don't think there's anything going to be better than wild caught snapper and hand harvested pine nut pesto. Moment of truth. Try this bad boy out. Ooh, that looks delicious. Super tender. That was really freaking good. Yeah, like super, super tender. This might be one of the most time-consuming meals I've ever cooked because of those pine nuts. I probably won't make a pesto out of foraged pine nuts again because it takes so long, but it is definitely worth it for this time because it is freaking delicious. I think this might be one of my favorite meals I've ever cooked. So freaking good.